Hello, beautiful viewers. Dom Thoughter of the Cosmos. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today I wanted to briefly commence my review about the Marvel Legends Guardians of the Galaxy Comic Edition action figure set that was apparently released as an Entertainment Earth exclusive. Even though this product is an Entertainment Earth exclusive, you can procure these items via Amazon.com, or alternatively you can opt to procure these items on the secondhand market via eBay.com. Are these figurines the epitome of perfection? Are they the embodiment of resounding perfection? Do they merit a hefty premium price? Do they warrant an outrageous asking price? Let's find out. Let's meticulously analyze these figurines. Off the get-go, these figurines cost over $116 to purchase, amid buying them new, bundled together via Amazon. I would also presume that their asking prices are preordained to amplify in the pending future. Now, these figurines are part of the 6-inch action figure scale, so you can flaunt them on your shelf with your other Marvel Legends action figures. Do they coincide well with the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures? Relative to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures, do they offer extraordinary value? After all, they're priced at nearly triple the price of the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures that retailed for roughly $8 each. Now, despite the fact that these figurines, when sold bundled together, are individually priced at nearly triple the price of a Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figure, they do not even offer value on par with an $8 Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figure. Why, you may ask? Well, let's assess them, let's scrutinize them, let's examine them. In contrast to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures, their paint applications are inferior. Their shadings are inferior. Their hues are inferior. Their textures are inferior. Their accessories are inferior. And they have far less points of articulation than the superior Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures. These figurines are mediocre at best. The deco on their back may not be on par with their deco on their front. What else? Their fingers are pre-posed. They can never be adjusted, which is a real shame and a real pity, since I would prefer to place my action figures in dynamic poses. I do not want them to be relegated to abysmal poses. But if some of their joints are pre-posed, there's nothing you can do. You just have to deal with the ramifications of the scenario, or you can forgo buying them if it truly agitates you. Now, looking at these figurines, they just are not worth nearly $25 each. They're relatively disappointing for the hefty premium prices they command. Their accessories look relatively shoddy. They lack ample hues. Do you recollect the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures? Their accessories were intricate. They were novel. They were stellar. They offered unprecedented value. They could even be mounted to the wall. These accessories are just shoddy. They could have added some more textures, and they could have added color variations. They just look so bland and mundane. What else? Other than their accessories, the core figurines are just pitiful when you contrast them to the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures. Like I said, their hues, shadings, textures, aesthetics, paint applications, and points of articulation are not up to par with the superior, significantly lower priced Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures that came bundled with superior accessories and a comic book. So these figurines are relatively disappointing. Now, getting further into depths, let's look at each individual figurine. Groot is not enormous. He can be far taller. However, they opted to render his size relatively short. Does he coincide well with the other action figures? Well, he looks relatively decent, but if I'm paying nearly $24, I want a Groot that's at least 14 inches tall, not one that is slightly taller than the rest of the crew. So it just is disappointing and infuriates me that Groot is just relatively small, even though he is supposed to be deemed extremely tall in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie and in the Marvel comics. We have Drax the Destroyer. He doesn't look very intimidating. His muscle tones do not eminently accentuate his physical prowess. Does he look feeble? No, he just looks bland. He just doesn't look very audacious. He doesn't look like he instills trepidation in anyone. He doesn't look very buffed. So I would have preferred if his muscles were significantly larger so that he could flaunt greater physical prowess, but when the license was sold to Hasbro, the standard of the Marvel Legends action figures set forth by Toy Biz can never be matched, even when Hasbro retails the figurines for nearly triple the price of the superior Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures that were produced amid the early 2000s. So it's just relatively disappointing that the superior lower priced action figures were released in the past despite technology being enhanced and augmented. Inferior figures are being churned out of the factories, so Drax doesn't look very intimidating. Groot is seemingly shorter than he should be. I would have preferred a taller Groot, but maybe you beg to differ. What about Star-Lord? I guess Star-Lord looks okay. Perhaps he looks like the optimal figurine within the set, although that may be stretching it. I shouldn't really embellish these figurines. Star-Lord looks probably the best though, in contrast to the other figures part of the set. Next we have Rocket Raccoon. He looks better than the former Rocket Raccoon released by Hasbro, but he's not spectacular. He's not worth over $20. Neither is Garnora. I believe that's her name. Her moniker may have been mispronounced. Actually, it's Gamora. Sorry about the blunder. It's arduous for me to read with all my glasses on. My vision is abysmal and is perpetually diminishing. But she's probably utilizing a cheap cloth as a garment. I'm not sure what is comprised of, perhaps cotton, I would presume. But these figurines are just not great. Are they atrocious? Are they appalling? Are they egregious? No. Are they stellar, prodigious, novel, remarkable, extraordinary, stupendous? They're unequivocally not. They're just relatively mediocre, but for the hefty price they command as a totality, I have to rate them a 2 out of 10. They emulate their comic book appearances. They have some points of articulation. Their accessories are akin to the ones that they wield in the Marvel Comics. However, they just do not warrant a hefty asking price of over $20 per figure, considering that the Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures were nearly 1/3 of the price of these figurines when sold individually, and they came bundled with superior accessories, had nearly twice as many points of articulation, had superior paint applications, had higher quality hues, had better textures, had better shadings, and even came bundled with a comic book. These figurines just look mediocre at best, but for actually over $24, or nearly, yeah, actually I guess it would be over if you include the surcharges when you buy it online. But for over $24 each, these figurines are just pitiful and disgraceful, and are not worth buying. Forgo buying them, abstain from buying them, neglect to buy them. 2 out of 10. That's me conferring a generous score to them. I hope that you found this review to be enthralling and captivating, as well as insightful. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.